It's Beyond the Pain with your host, Chris Trovador. I am back here again with an amazing guest, a friend of mine who has jumped leaps and bounds in this industry of entertainment that, y'all are going to love him. My good friend has been on NBC's Bring the Funny. He's got an Emmy last year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was last year or this year. Who cares? He has one. And he has his special that just dropped on Amazon. He's got a nonprofit for Syracuse. He's got albums. Y'all, my homie, Hughie Stonefish. Please give a round of applause.
Ooh, that's a good intro, bro. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thanks for being here with me on Beyond the Pain.
Yeah, I love that intro. It's of the show. It's great.
Yeah. I try to get, that wrestler vibe every time, It's like, yeah, Beyond the Pain. I don't know. I guess it's some weird tattoo voice that I put.
It's the pain voice.
The pain. Yeah, it's the pain that you have to go through. Yeah, man. Thanks for being here. It's been a while since I've seen you, probably. It's been a tough time during this pandemic, but you have been killing it, by the way.
Thanks, man. Yeah, the pandemic, it upended a lot of plans that I had and forced me to improvise and change some direction. So, but there have been good things amongst the many bad things that have happened.
Yeah, such as cough cough.
I won an Emmy. That was dope. I was also nominated for another Emmy. And then another good thing is I'm teaching a lot of lessons right now. I'm doing a lot of teaching right now, so that's been really good. I was supposed to go. So I'm in this comedy band, Lou Burger. For those of y'all who don't know, we were on NBC's Bring the Funny, and we booked like a bunch of college shows that we were supposed to go on right as the pandemic started. So it was one of those situations where it was like, dang, okay, I better pivot and figure out, what I'm going to do for the next however long, because I'm not going to be touring colleges and, making that money and getting those opportunities. So I definitely had to pivot in that way.
Yeah, man. And I'm sure those things will, while you're working on, that's what's so amazing about this. While you're working on this new stuff, that old stuff is just on hold. And then once the world comes back in, bro, you'll be able to bring your empire, for lack of terms, in all together at once, man. Because I still listen to What Is America, the album. When did that release?
2017, 26, between 2016 and 2018.
Yeah. And I mean, that still holds up. And I feel like the world hasn't even heard it yet. And
that has.
And y'all should definitely go check that out. Can anyone find it online anywhere?
I think it's on SoundCloud. We always come back to like, we should really put that album out, put it out. But it's just
it's difficult. But it is out, y'all. Go check it on SoundCloud. Please do yourself a favor. And how did that album come about?
So me, my brother Avery, and Keenan the First traveled across the country asking two questions. What is America? And if you could answer the question, what is America, in one word, what would you say? And then we went to my folks' house outside of Syracuse, New York, and we made an album inspired by the answers that we found. And actually, Kyle, who edited our footage together, he's actually going to put it out online. So I think actually today you might even be able to watch the documentary of what our experience was.
I can't wait to see that. I think I've been seeing little clips of the footage for a while, and I've been wanting to watch it.
Are you going to see babyface Hughie with no hair, and it's crazy to look at those photos.
Man, I was just looking at, what was it? One of our kitchen closed. For those that don't know, me and Hughie also have a hip-hop freestyle Wu-Tang Clan kind of group called The Kitchen Closed. And we improvise with the audience, getting suggestions. It could be, anything. And we'll make hip-hop tracks, songs, we rap battle, we do so many things. Yeah. And what's so great is I saw one of our pictures from there, and I don't know what style we were going for. And I'm like, what is going on with me? I feel like I was trying to pull off a Death Rocky. I had a beard, I had the long locks. You had the gel and the beard together. I was like, is this Ace Ventura?
Oh
Yeah,
man. Oh
great
man,
time.
my how we change, bro. That's the beauty of life, though. And that's something I like about tattoos is, we change, but the tattoos are able to keep us in a memory of a time, and certain events that we want to just memorialize forever. So even when I shave the beard, or I have the beard, or my hair grows, or this, or I'm wearing earrings, or I'm wearing this or that, like the tattoo is a memory of a time that doesn't change in a certain way.
Absolutely. Yeah, and when was the first tattoo I gave you? It was like 2015, 16, something like that.
Was the tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we get into the journey of your tattoos, let's grade some fun tattoos that Steve and I have found over the internet. And we're going to see what they look like, get our opinions on them, and go from there.
Okay.
Get it up, Steve! Oh my! That needs a mask on it.
Oh my sweet God. Are you serious right now?
He was like, bro, you got to have a mask in the front and the back.
The mask, put the mask. I bet this dude is wearing a mask on the back of his face right now. That is really nuts. That's like very alarming.
And who's giving him the haircut for the back?
Someone who loves him very much.
I could see that. Yeah, it was just like, you got to do eyebrows on the back of your head every single time, man.
Who this person would be bald, and that's why they would do it. But clearly, they can grow hair because they have a mustache and eyebrows there.
You can only get hair on the back.
Just like those 3 spots. They're like, okay, do a face around these 3 spots. I can grow hair.
That's a great, I guess, getaway plan. If you ever do something illegal, you can just turn around.
Would you ever do a tattoo back there on your head?
On my head, no. Only because of acting and whatnot. I mean, yeah, you could put makeup on, but it's just more of a hassle. I've always wanted to get, my neck and everything done. I had black light on my neck. I did like a tattoo years ago when my grandmother passed away, but it ended up fading away. It wasn't dark enough, and it didn't feel good anyway. So,
Wow.
But for the most part, it was fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Next tattoo.
God. Who are these people getting these tattoos?
I have no idea, but this guy clearly is in another world.
He looks like what is it from like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, the stomach dude. Yeah, he definitely does.
His face in this picture is just like, well, I did it.
He got dared or something like that. He had a bet that went wrong for sure.
That is foul. At least he's jacked though. Like those arms are huge.
The fake ones.
Yeah, right. It's weird, man. That's so weird to see.
I don't. I mean, respect. Hey, that's what you want.
Respect.
I'll do it. Whatever. You just have to, with whoever his partner is definitely going to have to love him for his humor.
Exactly. Yeah, because that's really a powerful image.
Next tattoo.
I'm gonna have nightmares. Wow.
Good use of skin.
Respect, because I do see people using tattoos to like not cover up, but to highlight or to make something. Maybe he's got this extra skin there, and he's like, I'm gonna do like a little joke here and make it something I'm proud of and want people to see. And when they see it, they'll laugh instead of maybe some other reaction people might have to seeing something like that.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole great thing, I guess, about tattoos is like, for example, you've seen people who have or amputees, survivors, and they, they'll not necessarily make fun of themselves, but they'll make light of a dark situation. Exactly. And that's the great thing. And they're not necessarily ugly. It's just more, just something that you can highlight and have fun with, and kudos to that, Right. I'll take that any day.
Exactly.
Jeez.
I like that one.
That one's hilarious. Well, let's get a commercial break because there's an ambulance coming and we're in Hollywood and you always know that we're going to hear that. So hit the commercial break. Beyond the pain, we are back. You're like, what is that? The silliness. I just want to have fun. That's why I'm doing this, man. Talking with my friends that have tattoos, that I've tattooed, and share great experiences. I want to highlight my friends, and thank you again for being with us.
Thank you.
When was your first tattoo?
I got my first tattoo probably like 7 years ago, and I got these two. My grandfather, Hugh Stone, who I'm named after, I had his cufflinks. He had cufflinks that said HS on them, and they were gifted to me. And they were earrings. They were turned into earrings, and I actually one of them fell out, and I lost it. And so I got his cufflinks tattooed in these spots as HS. So that was my first tattoo that I got with these two.
How did it feel?
It was painful, but like it was my first tattoo, so I didn't really know what to expect. And these ones are pretty small, you know, compared to now that I've had much bigger, much more painful tattoos. Thinking about this one, it's like, oh, this is nothing. But emotionally, it felt really good because I'd always thought, you know, my sort of journey of tattoos is like I always thought that people who had tattoos looked really cool, but I never thought that those people were me. I was like, those people are dope. They look really awesome, but I'll never be like that. And then I got the first tattoo and I was like, oh, like it's that simple to be the person that I want to be, just to do it.
And yeah, and that's the thing with stereotypes and whatnot, you know, that there was a stigma that came along with people who have tattoos, right? You know, and that passed on through generations. You know, the first couple, well, I mean, tattoos have been around civilization through, you know, decades, centuries, you know, with caveman times. But then when they develop it with fire and ash, right, and, you know, you have a cut and you cover the, you know, so, you know, I get it. I understand completely. You know, I, at a younger age, felt the same way, but at the same time, I drew. So I would just draw on myself all the time. My mom hated it. You know, was, stop drawing on yourself. And it's like, no, I'm just keep going. And friends want you to draw on them. And, you know, through media, you know, with, for example, Miami Ink, LA Ink, you know, you start seeing Ink Masters. These shows highlight different avenues that tattoos can take, you know. And now you see people in movies with tattoos. You see in commercials. And that I love it. I love it. I'm glad to see that we can finally agree that that doesn't make you a criminal, doesn't make you a bad person. Right. Yeah. So
right. Make you a happy person, you know, a depressed person. Like you could just have tattoos because you like them and you enjoy the artistry or what it means to you or whatever. And I know people always say, oh, it's so addicting once you get your first tattoo. But my experience was more like once I had allowed myself to express myself in that way, I wouldn't call it addicting, but I was like, oh, I want to continue to utilize this form of expression.
Yeah. What did your folks think of your tattoos?
My mom thought they were cool. My dad had a bit of a tougher time with them. You know, they came from a bit of a more old school background. They're both therapists, you know, so they're not really immersed in the artistic world in the same way that I am. But eventually I just, you know, had a talk with my dad and I was just like, hey, like, I'm just going to be getting tattoos like forever. So it would be easier for both of us if you could just like learn to love them or at least learn to, you know, not hate them. And he did. And he did. And now it's cool. You know, now it's no problem.
Wow, that's great. And they don't have any yet, right? Does anyone else in your family?
My brother Avery has. Actually, my brother Avery and I have a matching tattoo.
Ooh, yes. What tattoo is this?
This one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
On his chest.
Super cool, super cool. And you like this outline style, right? Like a lot of your stuff is mostly black and gray and outlines, right?
I do. Yeah, I definitely do. I actually only have one color tattoo, and it's like the second or third tattoo that I got. But yeah, mostly it's just outline. Chris did this one. I don't know. It's sort of like black and gray, like not too much color. I don't really know why I'm drawn to that, but that's just my aesthetic, I guess, for right now that I like.
For sure. Respect. Yeah. Everyone has their own thing. Everyone has their own style, and that makes you. And that's the beautiful part about it. I mean, I go all in and just cover myself up. So, I mean, I definitely want more. Is that I'm just hella picky. And
yeah, no, it's about time for another one for me, but I was actually thinking about getting it because I lost my car, which I've had since I moved to LA. My grandma gave it to me. It's called the Funk Trunk. So I definitely, and I just yesterday, like it like died. So it's gone now. It's gone. I watched it get towed away. So I was like, this is definitely something I would want a tattoo for, but I'm just like, I don't really want to go through the pain again, honestly, like at this moment. I know that I will, and I know that I will get more tattoos in my life, but like, I just don't feel like sitting in a chair for like 3 hours and just having you and, just hurting me for the long time. Like, I know it's worth it, but I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's an acquired taste where it's like usually it's a form of therapy, where people are, you can be either really happy, really sad, really angry, and that plays along to it. So I understand. But while you were saying that and your nickname for it, I did picture an idea for a tattoo.
So just go ahead. Just tell me real quick.
Let me pitch it for you. Okay. The Funk Trunk, right? The Funk Trunk or Truck?
Funk Trunk. Because she's funky and she got a big old trunk.
There you go. The hatchback.
Yes.
And so you can either have it from the front, like coming towards, sort of like the train, or the train that you have here. And you can have instruments flying out of it. Whoa. You could do it the other way around, where you're facing the back of it and you have, just stuff flying out, piano, guitar. You can have you and your friends inside of it. I like to go all out with tattoos. So.
I know. We tell someone, hey, bro, I want to just get a tattoo of a penny on just like a tiny little penny, like on my chest. Okay, bro, great. We'll do 1 penny, but this penny is going to actually be 1,000 pennies, and it's going to be inside of a vault, and the vault is going to get bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden, it's going to come up to your neck, and on your face, you'll see a quarter at the top, but the quarter is going to be divided into 1,000 different dimes, and at the beginning, you'll see 1 little penny. It's like, bro, I just want a penny.
Oh, that feels like a commercial break, but not yet. That's great. An impression of me. I will definitely do that. I feel that I just get so carried away, and it's not that I get tired of doing smaller tattoos. It's just like, okay, but here's a possibility, and here's a possibility, and here's a possibility, and I get,
Well, I think that's one of the great things that you bring as a tattoo artist is that creativity. You know what I mean? Because it's great to be able to go in with your own idea, but oftentimes I know for me, I come in with an idea, but it's like for me, it's like, oh, I want to get a tattoo of my car. But that's not really an idea. And so to have someone like you who's so creative and who's so good at improv, being able to listen and build and heighten, that's really a blessing, I think, in a tattoo artist, have someone who can come up with ideas and still honor what your original vision is, but then expand upon it. Because art, tattoos. So and you even know like what's going to look good in 10 years. It's like, hey, you might want a tiny little penny right now, but in 10 years, that penny's going to look terrible. So let's just make it a little, adjusted in a certain way so it could be a tattoo you can have for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and that's a perfect way to put it. And I definitely contribute improv skills for my creativity to take, like what you said, heighten something, right? So it's the yes and formula of, okay, you want this, and I can add this, and I can add highlights, and I can add some details or shading, and I can just continue developing the ideas off of nothing, or whatever your suggestion is.
Right.
And I love that. I love that because not a lot of people can do that, for example. And to be able to dive into the comedy scene with that perspective has also, and I'm only just thinking out loud because it's provided me a different kind of skill. So, for example, if I'm in a tattoo shop with a bunch of artists, a lot of artists, some are introverts, some are grumpy as hell, some don't want to talk. You know, there are some who only speak one language. So, with my charm, I can, oh, cool. You want this? Yeah, sure. Hey, you know what? I can add this to it too. And oh, sure. I'll even add that idea that you have too. You want it to be more personalized. Oh, también yo hablo español. Mira, nada más hacerte esto. And just doing stuff like that will make your client feel more comfortable. And also when they're nervous or they're like, oh, my first tattoo is like, no, I can help you ease your way by being funny, being myself. I always do the bit. Hold on. I always do the bit where it's like, do you need a hand? And I give them a fake hand every single time. Here, you can squeeze this one. But yeah, man, I definitely find that really fun about this profession. And you have also been a part of that journey. By just like the penny example you had, you wanted to get a chest piece, and I said, "Bro, get it from here to here."
That's what I'm roasting you about, bro. I came into Trovador. I was like, I want to get the word down, like on like my collarbone, and there's literally a picture of me, my whole chest shape with down from the top of the corner of each of my shoulders, like all the way over my whole chest, bro.
It looked dope. No, not like that. Not like that. Not like that. But it did look dope. He was like, bro. I was like, I whispered to you. I remember, hey, bro, you look swole.
I know you look, bro. You're gonna look more swole if you get a bigger tattoo.
That's exactly. I mean, and I don't have a problem with being shut down for those ideas. It's also a tactic to make sure that you know what you want. It's a tactic, I'm going to give you all these ideas, and let's make sure that this other one is the one you wanted. Because people always, oh, I want this or I want that, and I don't know, and I spend hours just going back and forth, and it's just like, okay, well, let me heighten it as big as I can so that you're like, no, I originally just want this. Oh, okay, cool, you're sure. Let's get it, So the first tattoo we did on you was the tree on your chest. I was watching your Amazon special with Lou Burger, and it was so funny because then you're just showing your chest throughout the whole video. I was like, yeah, I got my tattoo on TV.
Yeah, bro. Even on Bring the Funny, I kept telling them, I want to show my tattoos, and they kept being like, okay, we got to be, sort of cautious of how much we show. It's NBC, blah, blah, blah. Bro, by the end, I'm in like a leotard where you just see the whole tattoo like everywhere. I love my tattoos. I want people to see them,
Yeah. And to bring this around, it's like we met each other at the Second City, right? I was a director there, and you were a musical director, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, and I think it was just for one of my shows, you got a chance to be the MD, and then I said, bro, you want to do this more? I can pay you. And then I said, oh, maybe I could tattoo you.
Bro, I forgot about that. That's how we met. That's like our first time working together.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so you guys know what a musical director is like I have a show and with a few actors, and Hughie has the creativity to either it's a jingle, the music in between, the music behind the scenes when they're talking and doing stuff to give the scene more feel for the audience, so you can really understand what's happening in an emotional way, right? That's basically how we met, which was really great. And how did you join Second City?
I have a bachelor's of music and songwriting from Berklee College of Music, and then I moved out to LA in April of 2011. I was working in a summer camp. I played like a music show, like a not comedy, just like a music show. One of my summer camp counselors came to the show and she was like, yo, I do improv and we're looking for someone to play piano with us. You should come audition for our team. So I ended up playing with them for the next like year and a half, learning about comedy and improv and learning from them. And then I was managing a movie trailer music library. That was my first job in LA, or my second job in LA. And one of our composers was Ben Bromfield, and who was a Berkeley grad, and he was a music director at Second City. And so he knew that I did comedy too. And he actually said, oh, there's an opening at Second City. And he introduced me to Josh Funk, who got me the job at Second City. And then I ended up leaving that movie trailer job and basically just dedicating myself to comedy and working at the Second City, like full time, basically. Oh, I think you're muted.
There was an ambulance coming by. My bad. I had to make sure. Josh Funk was also one of my teachers who taught me a lot in directing for the theater.
Yeah.
And yeah, what a great person to have as mutual friends. And that's how we all met. And yeah, man. And then what happened? Was there a project that we did after that other than Kitchen Clothes? Because we started Kitchen Clothes not too long after that.
Yeah, I mean, sure. And I feel like, because I was really good friends with Jorge at that time, and I feel like you were really good friends with Jorge. And so just from me being good friends with him, you being good friends with him, and us both being in the community, then we started to work together, and then we just all, I feel like, just started to become homies. And the way it works at those comedy theaters, you know, for everyone listening, is like, you're doing shows all the time. So it'll even be like, oh, we're doing an improv set on Friday. You see Trovador in the hallway. It's like, bro, you want to come just do a set with us? Or the opening team is missing somebody. You want to just sit in with them, and you just start to. And then we're all going to the bar afterwards, and then we're doing improv in class, and then we're doing this show and we're doing this thing, and so it just ends up being this thing where you just get to know people really well, and you also get to perform and engage with them in a lot of different aspects.
Yeah. And that's how you met. We're also confirming it's a boy band, right? I know you've had this whole debacle on social media with his friends about if his group, that the special that's on Amazon called Lou Burger, is a boy band or not.
Right.
Did you confirm it?
It's still hotly contested. It's still hotly contested. And
you say it's a boy band?
I say it's a comedy boy band. Yeah, I do.
Okay, so it's a comedy boy band. How did you guys meet?
Well, we met similarly, like you said. So the two of them had been performing, and they had some videos on BuzzFeed and everything. And they had been performing with a band, which was like too many people for their project. And they were looking to sort of strip it down to just bring on a piano player. And at that time in LA, there were like 7 to 11 of us who did piano for comedy shows. It's really sort of a specific skill set. And so they had actually invited someone else to sit in with them and sort of be their performer. That person couldn't do it, recommended me as a sub. I had one rehearsal with Alex Lewis. We hit it off. We became tight friends that day. And then that was it. And actually that journey was, the first 6 months to a year, it really was like those two guys and then me as the piano player. And as time went on, it started to stop being, okay, it's those two and me. And it started to become, now we're just a band. And now, Lou Burger is the three of us. There is no Lou Burger without any one member of the group.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you guys have songs that range from hot dogs, Disney princesses, on how you guys wish you were Disney princesses. The vagina song.
All about the vagina, how amazing it is. We got songs about being Jewish on Christmas. We got a song about
it's in that video.
It's it's in that special. We got a song about Keith growing up in Tennessee and like all the crazy stuff he was taught, and all the so we span the range of going to a barbecue, eating a sausage, and it's actually a sausage. It's actually a roasted dick. We got that, and then we got songs talking about how how things that were taught in Tennessee are wrong, and we got songs about being Jewish. We got songs about celebrating the vagina. So we try to span. We got songs about Pokemon, sexual innuendos of Pokemon. So we try to span lots of different genres and topics, and have some political songs, but also have songs that just, it doesn't matter what you believe in or who you are. Like, it's just gonna make you laugh when you hear these lyrics.
Yeah, man, that's great. And you guys been together for how long?
It's like 5 or 6 years now. Yeah,
that's dope, man. And you guys are already killing the game. Dropped your special on Amazon. Please check it out. I also have something that y'all can't get, and I got their CD signed.
Yes, bro.
Here we go. If y'all don't know how to spell Lou Burger, there it is.
Bro.
The signature. This is, and they don't think they're a boy band. Yeah.
Come on.
Straight boy band for sure.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna read some inspiring words that you left to me when you were signing it. Chris Trovador, I am inspired by you. Thank you for being yourself always. You are generous, kind, talented, and so much more. I love you, bro. Hughie Stonefish. Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
I'm gonna keep this in the collector's items.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Big fan of you guys, and I appreciate you letting us talk about it. Let's hit a commercial break. Because I'm itching to see my own artwork. Because I'm break.
Hold up. I need you to check out my art.
Sur le dembo, Lego, Lego, Lego. Tu vas danser sur le dembo. Vamos bébé sur le rythme. Tu m'appelles Chico Papito en pensant que je suis dominicano. Comme Mona Lisa, tes yeux sont peligrosas. Eh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, eh na 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 na, oh na 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 na. Tu vas danser sur le dembo, pull up DJ.
Bring the pain! Bring the pain. Can we run that back? Oh my god. I was reading notes and seen Bring the Funny, and I messed it up. Oh my gosh. Let's go back. All right, 1, 2, 3. Beyond the pain! We are back.
Oh my God.
And you can clearly tell this is improvised. We are just having fun. I just, am silly, right? We were just talking about Lou Burger, and you guys, as a comedy boy band, were able to have an opportunity to showcase your skills for a TV show.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
One of the coolest experiences of my life, man. We were on a show called Bring the Funny. It was an NBC brand new comedy competition show with Kenan Thompson, Jeff Foxworthy, and Chrissy Teigen as the host judges. And we got to perform three songs on television. I got to play piano on television. I got to sing on television. I got to dance on television. I got to make some of my comedy heroes laugh. I mean, bro, there is no experience like being on stage and looking at someone who you've been watching since a kid, Jeff Foxworthy, Kenan Thompson, Chrissy Teigen, and seeing them burst out laughing from something that you do. So, we made it to the finals. We didn't win the show, but whatever. It was an incredible experience for us. We leveled up in our performance. It forced us to, write and perform better than we ever had. And it gave us exposure that, you can just only get from being on TV.
Yeah, man. I remember just seeing the show and just the first couple episodes and seeing you guys full-on outfits, full-on taking the risks that make comedy great, that make you guys great. And, yeah, seeing their reactions, the judges are so good. And this is a competition show. So it's like, if they're not funny, they're not going to get to the next round. And so they're wiping out all the other musical guests, too. There was they put them back to back. It was like stand up with stand up, music with music, and then in the finals is when they all come together and duke it out.
Yeah,
and
it was cool. We got to have ideas and then just have like a whole team of people create them. So we had one song where you're like, it'd be sort of cool to like slide across the stage, and they're like dope. And the next thing we know, the next day they have bedside dresser, but they put wheels on it. And now it's load bearing. So we literally have a part in the show where Alex and I are sliding across the stage, across from each other in choreograph while we're singing on bedside tables. Like stuff like that was just, we had pyrotechnics. It was insane.
Who choreographed it?
We choreographed it, but they also had a choreographer, who helped us with certain things. But it was all like, they helped to bring out our ideas the best way. Hey, we want to do this and this. They're like, okay, cool, that's amazing. What if you try X, Y, and Z? And think of it in a different way. But it really came from our inception, and then they just brought everything to life in such a bigger way.
So awesome, man.
Yeah.
And I also had the great opportunity by you getting me a ticket to go there in person and see it live. And what an awesome event that was, because then I also got a chance to slightly be in the background for one of the scenes.
Yes.
I got to see everyone. Jeff Foxworthy was there. He gave you all a pep talk, but I was in the circle too, so I'm just listening. I'm like, ooh, he's grabbing gems over here. Yeah, man, what a great opportunity, and thank you for letting me be there. Just cheering you guys on from the top row was great. Yeah, it was so
community, man. It's so important and it's so special. Like, to have people, like you said, we knew each other from doing shows at Second City, where it's like, hey, bro, I'll pay you in a tattoo, and so to get to follow along these journeys with each other and support each other along the way, it's like, it makes it so much more special. Because if you have all these opportunities and you just, it's amazing to have something happen and to achieve something and to share with yourself, and that's something that we as artists need to be able to appreciate and enjoy, is just the feeling, the self feeling of, okay, I did this, my own satisfaction. But to be able to talk to you about it, you were there when Jeff Foxworthy came over. It's like not a lot of people can appreciate it, and also not a lot of people, Hughie, I remember you when you were just playing shows at that little piano over there in the corner, that smaller club. And so to have people that you've known for so long and have them along your journey is really a blessing, I think.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, that's gold right there. Because you hear about those stories with other people that are killing it, right? You hear Steve Carell was on the stage with Stephen Colbert. You hear, all these other people were in these other circles, and you just see, and more recently than ever, you just see all of our friends being beamed up like Scotty. I was just talking to John Ryan not too long ago. We were just talking about that. And it's a blessing in disguise, because when you think that you just meet these people and you're on your own journey, and it's like really those connections that bring you up, because, oh, I know this person, he can help you out. And it's just continuing passing the torch, for lack of words. And that's what I think has been awesome. So to be able to tattoo you and then be like, hey, Hughie, let's start a rap group, or hey, let's do Tattoo Party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for Tattoo Party, for those that don't know, I have hosted a show. I produced a show called Tattoo Party. I got tired of people like, hey, bro, you want to have a tattoo party at my house? Hey, bro. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but why am I the one working at your party? Why? Party too, you know what I'm saying? So I got tired of that stigma. I got tired of hearing about it. So I said, yo, let me create a full-on show inspired from a tattoo artist, and let's do a variety show, and let's try to create that and make that happen. And also, you were there for a lot of the shows. We did Bobby Rose, where you played.
My daily.
You're muted.
Dear clients.
I think Steve's trying.
Dear clients, for crying out Pete's sakes, when you come to my shop and ask, hey, how much for some hot? These are the things that I hate. I'll change my energy into my inner chi and ask you back, do I look like McDonald's or Burger King? Do I make temporary meals like a cook with a knife? No. I simply am the guy who places permanent scars for the rest of your life. Leave me alone, girls who seek tattoos on Pinterest. I have no interest. Well, unless it's a name on a girl's booty cheek. Hey. Consent form first. For real. So for those thinking of getting tattoos, Know that these things is what I would hate, I would loathe for you to do. Thank you.
So funny. It's like, what tattoo artist you know is going to give you poetry?
Exactly. Host their own show, bro, and make you laugh the whole time. Yep.
It was so ridiculous, and I love that clip because you're the first one to laugh. You're
Mirage. You're both of us in there just like laughing. It's so funny.
But it's like I go, dear clients, and you go by yourself. You remember that? You go, Steve, can you put the very beginning of this clip?
My daily. Dear clients.
Just and that was the bit. I was like, okay, cool, I'm done.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah, man. And so to be able to combine all these things, to be able to do it with friends, because you also got a chance. Did you get a chance to perform with Rama too? Yeah, I just love showcasing the homies. I love showcasing people who are talented, and it's like, okay, you have a spot. You got to also do with Keenan too. You guys got to perform a few of your songs from What Is America. Did we get Luberger on there? What is this?
Oh my God, bro! Look at that picture. Look at.
I think I have that same outfit.
Yeah.
These are the many phases. If you look, there's a drawing I did for him back there too.
Oh yeah, you can put me in the back.
Yeah, and this is Bring the Funny.
The many faces of Hughie Stonefish, bro, and it keeps going. Yep.
Keep going.
This is a boy band picture.
This is the boy band picture.
You don't look like a boy band.
And what's awesome is that I've also been able to be a barber in my life, and I cut a lot of the homies' hair, and you are one of them.
Yes, that is 100% true. I have had many a haircut from Chris Trovador.
Yeah, I do the fade and everything, but the problem is, just like with tattoos, I go overboard, and it's like I'm taking my time. I'm like, oh, you want a design? You want this look? You want that look?
Right. I know, and now my hair hasn't been touched in over a year.
Hey, it looks great. Yeah,
I'm figuring I'm finding these curls. Jessica's helping me find the curls and everything,
Yeah, why not? Just keep on. I mean, look at me. I fucking got silver hair, lavender, grayish. Oh, yeah. I cut my long hair at that. And what was really dope about those, about the haircuts was that we were able to be on your Instagram Live. And let's talk about some of the people who felt changed from just that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we did have an opportunity because, we were getting the haircuts. We were on Instagram Live, and there were a lot of people who I think really appreciated seeing two men talk about their feelings, talk about their emotions, share with each other, be open. And it's so funny, like, that's not even really something I think about as like maybe different or necessary to do. But there were a lot of people who shared that it was really powerful for them to see like two homies doing barbershop stuff and just like sharing and connecting and being open. And I think a lot of people really appreciated seeing that from us.
Yeah. Some of the those fans of yours ended up coming to my page and whatnot. And then they also sent us letters. You remember that? They also gave us letters on how our lives changed a portion of their life. I don't know if you remember that. There's a couple videos up too. Wow. And people just being, I guess, inspired by what we had to say.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. And a lot of that stuff, is why, I'm trying to do these things, so let's get a bigger platform to be able to showcase not only tattoos, not only, friendship, but love to different forms of art that can all be together amongst the tattoo world, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter what race, gender, anything. People can get tattoos, and that's what can unite everyone. And that's my big philosophy around tattoo party. Anything that I have or do, I really want to showcase that.
Yeah. And you do a great job.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. And you also have started your TikTok journey teaching, right?
I was, bro. I keep trying to figure out TikTok. I'm finally over it. I finally decided I'm over TikTok, bro. It's a platform for me. I finally decided.
But you were doing good. I love the teaching, because you also teach piano, right?
I do a lot of teaching. Teaching is something I'm passionate about. I love being able to oh my God, bro, this picture. If you really look, there's some old pictures online of me that you can find that will blow your mind. But I love, my life has been such a journey, and I've changed, as you can see from that picture, in more ways than one. I've changed so much. And so being able to pass down music, to the next generation, and being able to pass down comedy to the next generation, and the things that I've learned, I really consider that a blessing. And the fact that people want to pay me to do it, that's even more of a blessing. So I love teaching. And yeah, my brother and I, and Keely, who's another amazing person from Syracuse who lives in LA, we started a nonprofit called the Arts Project Syracuse. And we are bringing fully funded, transformative arts education to students in Syracuse. And Syracuse, so I grew up in a suburb of Syracuse, but Syracuse is one of the top 15 poorest cities in the nation. And so there's a lot of people out there that don't have access to the same types of things that, a lot of other people do. So we're trying to just bring lots of programs to these kids. So we are now responsible for bringing performing arts education to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Syracuse. And over the summer, we're actually partnering with Mirage to do a program for the YWCA. So to do programs for young women in Syracuse around comedy, around life skills, and just sort of continue. I'm so blessed in so many ways. I'm so blessed to have had the education that I had and to have been given the opportunities that I had. So part of what I'm trying to do is just, give those opportunities back to people who may not have them.
It's beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thanks.
Wow. I think the next thing, and it'll be one of our final topics, is that statue that you have behind you.
I didn't even know it was back there.
Tell us about this. Tell us about it.
I didn't even see this back there. So, this is an Emmy.
For those that don't know.
For those that don't know what this golden lady is, this 24 karat gold. It's an Emmy, and I won it for Outstanding Original Song for a project I did with Dwayne Colbert, amongst some other amazing people. And it was part of a series that we were actually nominated for an Emmy for as well that we didn't get. But the Emmy we won was for a song as part of a series called Brainwashed by Tunes, and we were looking at the history for the song that I was involved with, the history of anti-Semitism through the lens of cartoons. And so, the series focused on anti-Semitism, racism, and sexism. And in each example, for example, the sexism example, you see a disgusting video of a man, groping a waitress. And then this cartoon owl comes out and is like, hey, this is terrible what happened. And let's look through our history of media and see examples of men groping women, and maybe not to excuse the behavior, but to understand why these things are ingrained in us. And then they show Betty Boop, Pepe Le Pew, all these different things. And so the same thing happened with our song. And each song had a celebrity. So the sexism one was Leah Thompson, the racism one was Wayne Brady, and the one on anti-Semitism was Jason Alexander and myself. And so we won an Emmy for that.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
I don't have the little button, but that's great, man. I wish I would have put up the video of you giving your speech, because this was, 2020. We're still, having the pandemic. And I went to your crib and we recorded you giving a speech, and it was the most beautiful speech ever. And what a great moment. And congrats, bro. Love to see the achievements. I love to see the world see the achievements of the homies. And man, something to be very, very proud for. That's going to be in the history books forever.
Thanks, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And to slightly wrap this up, you have an album that you put out not too long ago called?
Well, I had Look How Quickly Everything's Changing, came out a few years ago. And then The Deli is my project with Kev Lou. And so we put out a song, and we're about to unleash a bunch of new songs from that project. So The Deli, look how quickly everything's changing. Those are a few of the music projects that I have out right now too.
So dope, so dope. Where can we find that music?
You can find that music anywhere you stream music: Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Music, blah 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 blah, Shazam, anywhere you go.
Perfect. And your lessons, where can we find that?
You can hit me up on my Instagram at Hughie Stonefish that I see right there. You can also always go to hughiestonefish.com and see information about me and email me and all that.
Awesome.
And if you're in the Syracuse area, I have a whole comedy school called Hughie Stonefish Presents. And we're doing comedy training out there. Chris Trovador, God willing, is going to hopefully gift us with his incredible teaching skills. And we're doing improv for teens. We're doing sketch comedy. We're doing stand-up. And we're connecting the best educators in LA, of which Trovador is one of them. And we're connecting them with amazing comedians in Syracuse. So if you're in the area or anywhere in the Central New York area, we have comedy training for you as well.
Yeah, I can't wait. I really cannot. Where it's like we're going to be doing sketch, and just building off of what people can see, whether if it's SNL or YouTube or whatever, we can help you create that. And I am so proud to be a part of it. Thank you for that. Anything else that you want to plug in, or words of wisdom, or anything else?
I'll say this for my final words of wisdom, bro. Sometimes it feels like the world is overwhelming and there's nothing we can do about it. But each of us has something that we can actually do. And so for me, I was like, man, the world is so crazy. I want to make a change. Where can I actually make an impact? Okay, I can make an impact in Syracuse. I can make an impact maybe within the Jewish people. So my word of wisdom for everyone would be focus on where you can make what you can actually do, focus on the impact you can make, even if it's just affecting one person. That's a beautiful thing. And if we all go affect one person positively, then the world's going to be a better place.
Eso. I love it. Please don't forget to follow us at Beyond the Pain on YouTube. I will be putting clips on Trovador 360 right here on my Instagram. Shout outs to Oye Dimelo Network for providing us with this amazing platform. Please check out my store. That's oyedimelonetwork.com/ChrisOStyle. My Instagram is also ChrisOStyle, and my website is right here at Trovador360.com, where you can find everything, reels, comedy, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for joining us, Hughie. I appreciate you. I love this episode. And y'all, thank y'all for tuning in, sticking with us for, this hour, This is Beyond the Pain, and we'll see you next time. Yeah! Oh, did you like that episode? Well, I have so much more. I have custom fashion, I have tattoos, I have comedy. Like and subscribe and share. Thank you for watching.
Hey.